What is going on, YouTube world? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the Moto Edge 2025. The Edge is a phone that they've been releasing for the past couple of years, and it's pretty much a phone that has a screen that goes on the side of the phone. Here, as you can see, it just bleeds on the side, and that's pretty much it. I was able to get this phone on Visible Wireless, which is my current carrier, for $355. Now, 355 is before taxes. So don't come at me talking about, hey man, 355, you lied, da 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 da. Come on now. All right. 355 is before taxes. So let me put this out for a second. But if you wanted to get the unlocked model of the device, which you have that option to do, you can currently get it right now on Amazon for $449. But if you want to save even more money, the 2024 version is $250. So when it comes to the Moto Edge of 2025, if you're spending that kind of money, you're probably wondering what kind of specs you get for the money. So the first thing I want to go over is the fact that it has a 6.7-inch screen and it is full HD plus, might I add. And it's every bit of it. It's a beautiful display. Big fan of it. I love it. I mean, I got it at about, what is this at? 60% brightness right now. It's not doing it justice on the screen here, or it doesn't look like it on the viewfinder. I'm shooting this video with the Pixel 9 Pro, so let me know what you guys think of the quality. Screen is absolutely beautiful here. When you turn the device around, you see you have a triple camera setup. It is not a fake camera in there. It's actually 3 real cameras, okay? Because Motorola has a thing with it. Anyway, main camera is 50 megapixels, ultra wide is 50 megapixels, and the telephoto is 10 megapixels. Telephoto does have the capability of optical zoom, which is 3 times, so keep that in mind. Front camera is 50 megapixels as well. So as far as recording resolutions, we can open up the camera right now and show you that. You can record 4K 30 frames per second with the rear. That's the max resolution. And you can also do 60 frames per second, but it has to be full HD, okay? You can't do 4K 60. Now, if you turn it around to the front, which, as you guys can see, there I am, Pixel 9 Pro there. If you turn it around to the front, you got 4K 30 as well, and you can also do 1080p 30, so only 2 video options there. Going over more of the specs, 8 gigs of RAM inside this device, paired up with 256 gigs of internal storage. So plenty of storage for you guys to store, games, videos, endless pictures, plenty of space. Now, I say that because that's the only option you get as far as stateside here. 8 gigs to 56. 5200 milliamp hour battery inside this device, so enough to power you all day. That's not going to be an issue at all. 68 watt wireless charging. Excuse me. Let me rewind that back here. 68 watt charging, okay, wired charging, and 15 watt wireless charging. And to get those full speeds, you do have to have the Motorola power or AC adapter, which I do have because I just wanted to experience it. The fact that you have to buy a separate AC adapter and it doesn't come in a box, this really sucks. I'm just not a fan of it, and I never would be. And I'm going to complain about it in every single video that I make. As far as the actual build quality and everything, the way the phone looks, when you look along the side of the device, you do have a power button there, volume up and down keys. You got microphone top, and then if you turn it around the other way, you got a mystery button here. Well, it's not really mystery, but basically it's an AI button. You press that, or you press and hold it. You can adjust that in the settings. So you use the Moto AI actions. So you can do things like catch me up, remember this, and pay attention. So basically have your phone working for you, which is, not a horrible thing, but I haven't really used it that much, so I can't really give an opinion on it. And on the bottom of the device here, you got a Type-C charging port, of course, speaker grill, and a micro SD card slot. There is no expandable storage. Now, when I say speaker grill here, yes, you have a speaker, and you also have one on top here. Well, they was able to squeeze it in there, but don't let that fool you. You turn this thing up, it sounds really, really good. Cut the phone off here. You have a in-display fingerprint scanner. Now, it's not an ultrasonic one, so all that really means is that it's not the fastest one. It's optical, so basically it's pretty good when it unlocks here, so it's not gonna be an issue at all. But it's just not gonna be ultrasonic. So if you're used to ultrasonic, just understand. If you know, you know. Android 15 is on this device outside of the box, and Motorola is promising about 2 years of OS updates. I think maybe 3. But based on previous years, it's hard to say they would. But I don't want to knock them too much as I normally would, because with this phone here, as you guys can see, this is another Motorola phone. This is the Moto Stylus of 2024. And I recently got Android 15 on this device, and it's running pretty good. As far as the other specs and everything of that nature, processor inside this device is a MediaTek processor. It is the 7400 Ultra, if I'm not mistaken, and it's pretty much I want to say it's a budget processor, but it's more of a mid-range processor. As you guys can see there, 7400 Ultra. Overall performance, I think, is pretty solid. It's well optimized. Or Motorola never really puts a lot of stuff on their phones here when it comes to opening a device out the box. You don't have to really worry about it being a crap ton of games, but normally they don't do that. But in this case, I actually found a little bit of bloatware. Okay, so you're gonna see a couple games on here that you didn't install. So it's still not as bad as other phones that I got in the past, but so earlier I was mentioning how beautiful the display is on the device, and I wanted to go ahead and show a quick video. Now this is pretty much a go-to when it comes to 4K video. This screen is gorgeous, man, and it's like the camera is tripping right now, but it's really, really, really good looking. I'm talking about like really nice. The video isn't doing it justice here. You got to have this phone in person. A really, really brilliant display. I love Motorola's displays. They always do a good job when it comes to that. They just know how to do a display, or pick one for their phone, I should say. That brightness is bright right now, man. I can't do nothing about it. But anyway, just got that. Been rocking it fully on 120 hertz mode. I don't play that. You can have the smart and balance. You can have it efficient, but personally, we go on like max. We're not dealing. We're not dealing with that other stuff there. As far as gestures and things of that nature, you get your typical Motorola stuff. You guys can see it, your flash. Then you got your twist for the camera. So all that stuff does open and still works on this phone here. But I do want to give you guys a little example of what some photos look like on a device that I've taken with it. And then I'll go ahead and close out the video. So took some outside shots here. So this is like around evening time. So one thing, the camera, the camera, this is part of the camera. The actual processing of the photos when you take them is like really, really powerful. I mean, like, yeah, I want to say powerful. It's just it just overdoes it. You know what I mean? Like, my backyard doesn't look fully like that. And don't get me wrong, the grass is green and there's a tree there and there's on my steps to the patio and all that. But I mean, bro, like it doesn't look like that. It's just over processed in my opinion. And this is the picture that I took right after that. So you can see the difference here, man. It's just a massive difference. That's outside. And then I took some pictures of my dog. My dog was sitting next to me. I was on the couch and everything. And it just overly processes the photos. Now, some people prefer that. I don't want to sit here and knock it and saying it's just enough for the average person to be like, hell no, I don't want this phone anymore. But sometimes it does things like this. That's a beautiful shot. So the camera is definitely capable of getting some beautiful shots. You're not gonna have any issues when it comes to that apartment. But if you don't like the processing and everything that goes along with it, then I'll say, hey, is this gonna come along with it? Like if I take a picture like right now, let me take a picture of this box here, and I go to it. Let me see what it does. You see what it just did there? It just pretty much happened live in video. It pretty much made the photo like brighter and everything of that nature. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not a fan of that. Gaming on the phone, to keep it simple, it just sucks. It's just not good. It just sucks. So I didn't want to spend too much time talking about gaming and all that. It's just not good. Like I'm talking about, like it's stuttery as hell. The Moto Stylus plays games much better than the Moto Edge of 2025. So just keeping it in the buck with y'all. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. This has been the Moto Edge of 2025. Be sure to like this video and share it with your family and friends. Leave a comment If you have any questions regarding it, anything I can improve on, I'm always open to criticism because I'm trying to get better. But like I said, share the video with your family and friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.